Hi guys, and welcome back to Lingoni. My name is Jenny, and today we're going to take a look at the dative case. You already learned all about the accusative case in previous lessons, so now it's time to take the next step. Let's take a closer look. Cases are not something that you can find in the English language, so this may be a new concept to you if you are a native English speaker. That's why I'm going to divide up this topic into several lessons. And today we're going to take a look at the definite articles. I'm going to be using this apple to explain to you what the dative case is. So you already learned about the accusative case. An example. Ich esse den Apfel. I'm eating the apple. Ich, that's the subject of the sentence. I'm the subject because I'm doing something. And the apple is the direct object because I'm eating the apple. Ich esse den Apfel. Or you can also say, den Apfel esse ich. For instance, if someone's asking you, are you going to eat the apple or the orange? And then you would say, den Apfel esse ich, nicht die Orange, den Apfel. All right, now let's add an indirect object. Ich gebe dem Mädchen den Apfel. I'm giving the apple to the girl. The indirect object here is das Mädchen, the girl. The indirect object is very often a person. It's the beneficiary of the sentence. The girl is receiving the apple, so she's the beneficiary. Ich gebe dem Mädchen den Apfel. And you have to use the indirect object first and then the direct object. So you cannot say, ich gebe den Apfel dem Mädchen. The other way around. Ich gebe dem Mädchen den Apfel. Or ich gebe dem Mann den Apfel. Ich gebe der Frau den Apfel. Ich gebe den Kindern den Apfel. And so on. The indirect object takes the dative case in German. This is something you'll have to remember. That's why we don't say, ich gebe das Mädchen den Apfel, but we say, ich gebe dem Mädchen den Apfel. To make it clear what the indirect object is here, what the role of the girl is in that sentence. That's why we use the dative case. That's why we have to say dem and not die or das. We have to identify the role of the Mädchen, of the girl in that sentence. And that's why we're using the dative case. Another example. Ich zeige dem Mädchen das Buch. I'm showing the girl the book. The girl is the beneficiary because the book is being shown to her. Ich zeige dem Mädchen das Buch. Ich zeige den Kindern das Spielzimmer. I'm showing the kids the playroom. Ich zeige den Kindern das Spielzimmer. Ich zeige den Mitarbeitern das neue Büro. I'm showing the employees the new office. Ich zeige den Mitarbeitern das neue Büro. Mitarbeitern is the indirect object here. They are the beneficiary. Gibt der Frau das Geld. He's giving the woman the money. Gibt der Frau das Geld. Gibt den Leuten die Unterlagen. He's giving the documents to the people. Gibt den Leuten die Unterlagen. Den Leuten is the indirect object here. The people. They are receiving something. They are the beneficiary. All right, now you know how to identify direct and indirect objects in a sentence. Now we have to take a look at the articles because the articles change in the dative case, as you may have noticed. We don't say die Frau, but we say der Frau. We don't say der Mann, we say den Mann in the dative case. Let's take a look at that. Let's take a look at the following table. You can see the definite articles in the nominative and dative case. The first row shows you the nominative case. Der Mann. This is masculine. Der is the masculine article. Der Mann. Feminine would be die Frau. Die Frau. Neutral, das Kind. Das Kind. And plural, die Kinder. Die Kinder. You're going to have to memorize those articles. Those are really important. Now let's take a look at the next row at the dative case. Dem Mann. So here the article is different. Der Mann changes to dem Mann. Die Frau changes to der Frau. Das Kind changes to dem Kind. And die Kinder changes to den Kindern. You have to add an N here in the plural. Den Kindern. So der Mann dem Mann, die Frau der Frau, das Kind dem Kind, die Kinder den Kindern. Make sure to memorize all of those articles. All right, now it's time for you to practice. I'm going to give you some example sentences, and you're going to have to fix the articles in that sentence. Let's get started. Ich gebe die Frau das Portemonnaie. So I'm giving the woman the wallet. Can you see the mistake here? Frau is the beneficiary. She's receiving the wallet. So we have to use the dative case. So we don't say die Frau, we have to say der Frau. Ich gebe der Frau das Portemonnaie. Ich gebe das Kind der Schlüssel. In this sentence, we have two mistakes. Can you identify the mistakes? Kind is the beneficiary, Schlüssel is the direct object. So we have to say, ich gebe dem Kind, dative case, den Schlüssel, accusative case. Ich gebe dem Kind den Schlüssel. Ich gebe der Mann das Geld. Can you identify the mistake here? Mann is the indirect object. It takes the dative case. So you have to say, ich gebe dem Mann das Geld. Whenever you use plural, you have to add an N at the end of the noun. Ich gebe den Männern die Unterlagen. So you don't say den Männer, but you say den Männern. Ich gebe den Frauen die Unterlagen. Ich zeige den Leuten das Büro. Alright, now you know how to use the dative case with definite articles. In the next lesson, you're going to learn all about indefinite articles and how to use them in the dative case. If you want to do some more practice, make sure to go to lingoni.com. We have over 17,000 interactive exercises. We have over 500 PDF worksheets. We have podcasts. We have vocabulary training. And we also have a pronunciation tool for you so you can practice pronouncing German words and sentences. Vielen Dank. Bis zum nächsten Mal. Tschüss.